Welcome back to Game Time, everybody. It has been a very eventful week in sports. Welcome back, Danica!
All right.
Danica's back.
We're
picking up right where we left off here on Game Time. Danica's back to the desk. Gavin has gotten the boot. Just kidding. We still love Gavin. What should we... let's talk about the USA, shall we?
Yes.
Here we go.
We shall.
Here we go.
Yeah. We've seen Gavin this week for that music show, I think. The United States has slain the dragon. That's right. The Dominican Republic has been eliminated from the World Baseball Classic. If you remember, the Dominican is to baseball like Canada is to hockey. They're supposed to own that.
Yes.
And we beat them, just like we beat Canada. In a fiery bout last night, the two most stacked rosters in baseball history came together and put on a show. However, it wasn't the guys with bloated contracts that showed up.
That's for sure.
Instead, it was the young guns that did most of the heavy lifting.
That's right. For the U.S., it was Paul Skeens on the mound. Skeens delivered a dominant performance for the United States, going 4 1/3 innings and allowing just 1 run while only striking out 2 guys.
It's okay. You got outs.
The only damage came on a solo home run from the young Dominican slugger, Junior Caminero. The solo blast would be the only run that the DR scored the entire night, which is insane. They're supposed to be the most stacked lineup, and they only put up 1 run.
50-plus runs coming into it, 1 run isn't going to cut it, guys.
They were averaging 10.2 runs a game before
too many on the pads.
Before Paul Skeens and the bullpens
They forgot a 0.
showed up. Offensively, though, Team USA got a huge boost from a late addition to the roster, Gunnar Henderson. After DeRosa reviewed the numbers, he found that Henderson in his short career was 7 for 9 against Severino.
Oh, yeah.
The young shortstop from the Orioles got his and made the most of it. Henderson tied the game in the 4th inning with a clutch solo home run, shifting the momentum back toward the American side.
That's right. Young shortstop definitely stepped up. Let's continue it with the young stars. Shortly after that, in the same inning, another rising star named Roman Anthony hit a bomb. That's right. The 22-year-old phenom got a hold of a fastball and launched it forever.
Yeah.
It was a big-time solo shot, and it put the United States up 1. With that swing, he's now up to 2 home runs in the tournament, which ties the team lead.
Yeah.
Everybody's hitting bombs.
You know, we only needed 1 more. That's all it took. Anthony has been responsible for 7 RBIs and has an OPS of over 1,000 guys.
We love to see that.
He has surely established himself as a major offensive force in this USA lineup. Anthony seems to be a fan favorite in this tourney so far. I know I am definitely a fan of Roman Anthony.
Yeah, you told us.
Yes, I am. I love seeing this young star just move his way up in the rankings. Let's hope that Roman Anthony brings it in the final.
Oh, it's going to be a tight one, too.
Yeah.
We got Italy and Venezuela, and that's going to kick off in, like, half hour or so
Half
tonight.
hour.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we're going to need, whoever we play, we're going to need our best stuff,
Well,
for sure.
too bad Nolan McLean is pitching in the finals, and he was the one that blew it against Italy in pool play. So we'll
It's a
see.
revenge tour.
Got to have a short
Hopefully.
memory.
Yeah,
you gotta
short
have a
memory for sure.
Memory
That
of a
game,
goldfish.
that game was electric, man. I remember sitting in my dorm with all my baseball teammates, and we're just watching it on the projector and just getting hype after every strikeout, after every double play from Bobby Witt Jr.
Yeah.
Paul Skeens' new lover, by the way. It's not Livy Dunn anymore. It's Paul Skeens. I've never seen Paul Skeens smile at someone like that in my life. So there's got to be something going on there.
Bobby Witt Jr. defensively is just insane.
Yeah.
Every time I see this guy, nothing's getting past him up the middle in that 5-6 hole. He's just absolutely, he's a magnet.
True 5-tool player.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just as good at fielding as he is at hitting, as he is at base running, and he's a good leader. I want to take a quote from the DR side real quick.
Okay.
Obviously,
This will be interesting.
The U.S. came to play. We showed the world who's the best team in baseball, Juan Soto said. That's all I got to say. Well, let me tell you.
By losing?
8 runners left on base, and they committed a costly error.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that doesn't sound like the best team in baseball to me. That sounds like the Philadelphia Phillies. Right? You were saying about Harper,
Speaking
right?
of the Philadelphia
Yeah, I
Phillies,
mean-
Harper was batting 150 going into that game last night.
Ugh.
Hit a double.
He did double.
He did double.
But, I mean,
However, it's really disappointing going, this is supposed to be your guy that's representing your team, and he is not producing the way he should be in classic Phillies do or die situation fashion.
For sure.
Like, it's really sad to see.
Schwarber was 1 for 2 with a hit by pitch.
Yes.
Yes.
I tell you what, man, fat man always finds his way on base. I don't know how he does it, but I love Kyle
He's a big
Schwarber.
target.
Yeah.
Would like to see them turn up with the rest of the roster.
One thing, like you said earlier at the start, a lot of the stars struggled or are struggling currently.
Yes.
Cal Raleigh,
Oh man.
who was runner-up for AL MVP,
Yeah.
broke the catcher record for bombs and went over.
Yeah.
He was over, got replaced by Will Smith.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it just the fact that it's like spring training technically, and we have to ramp up to get ready for the season, or is this like just like a World Baseball Classic thing where like it seems like in general the younger talent in these tournaments seem to show out instead of the veterans?
It's one of those things. We kind of see it with March Madness a little bit as well. When the going gets tough, a lot of times you want to lean on the guy that's been there before. You want to lean on the veteran. But it's a young guy that steps up and steals the show. You know, I think back to Villanova in that championship game when Phil Booth came out of nowhere. Yeah. And I don't know how that example just came to my head, but sometimes that's what it takes. Gunnar Henderson, Roman Anthony, these guys are kind of coming out of nowhere. You know, they just get thrown in there and they're lighting it up. But you need that when your stars aren't performing, when your vets, you know, Clayton Kershaw isn't being a good enough leader, so you drop the roster spot to add a closer. Hoffman, by the way. Yeah, you need somebody else to step up, and man,
We have one more
super
defensive
happy
play
we're
we
doing
haven't touched on.
What's that?
Is that play from right field?
Oh my God!
Oh yeah,
Posed him at third.
That's
Aaron
right.
Judge,
yeah.
Captain America. Who did he throw out at third?
Fernando Tatis Jr.
That's
Yup,
right.
even better.
Tatis has been running well too. He's been
Tatis
helping.
rounded second, thinking he was the fastest man on earth, and forgot that Aaron Judge can sling it 96 miles an hour
Insane.
right to the mitt.
I hate when he does that in the pinstripes, but watching him do that in the USA jersey, I mean, I stood up from my chair.
Hate to love him, right?
Yeah,
It's insane.
It's like I just stand up and I'm
Oh,
yelling.
it's so good. But we do have to talk about something controversial.
What's that?
That final call.
Oof.
Oh man,
That set the USA
I'm
to
glad
the
I'm
finals.
glad you brought that up.
Gavin from the Abyss made a quote saying that, quote, that umpire is an American hero. Now, I
Okay.
totally agree with that sentence because,
Okay.
granted,
That umpire was calling that pitch as a strike the entire night, though.
That's
that
what
is
I'm
true.
saying.
That is true.
Whether he had thrown that pitch, say, in the fourth inning, you should be protecting the plate, knowing that
Exactly.
that has been
Exactly.
a consistent strike all night. You cannot be upset.
You got your guy
when
on
it's
base.
down the middle like that.
You got him to second. You moved him over to third, and then that pitch happened. Don't focus on the pitch. Focus on the guys you're leaving on base. But that you make a good point. Earlier in the game, if they're calling stuff at the knees, swing at the stuff at the
At least
knees.
foul it off.
even sooner in that game, I think in the ninth inning, a similar pitch was thrown in the exact same spot, also called for a strike.
We won.
We won.
We won.
According to the little square on the TV, it definitely didn't look very
We
close.
had a little
The
one
little
of
square on the
But-
the ABS.
Yeah, that doesn't exist in the WBC.
Thank
And
goodness.
honestly, I don't think it would have mattered. The only
Really?
thing that would have mattered is the concern that's happening now. Mason Miller might not be ready for that final game on Wednesday. We don't know if he's ready because he threw like 20-something pitches in that ninth inning.
Yeah.
So there's a chance he could pitch, but at the same time, will he be 100%?
There's a chance if it comes down to it, Hoffman could pitch. I mean, listen, I am going to do a
boy.
little bit on Jeff Hoffman real quick.
Oh boy.
When he was with the Phillies, I had not felt that sense of security and safety since Lights Out Lidge. And we only had Hoffman for what, 1 or 2 years? I mean, or at least that's what it felt like.
Yeah.
I mean, he got a big paycheck up in Toronto, good for him, but I
will agree with you there.
I am very
Yeah.
happy that even if Mason Miller has all those pitches racked up, Jeff Hoffman is now on the roster.
As long as he's on.
Comes down to it, I
Can't be in
trust
his
that
head,
guy.
because Jeff Hoffman, as soon as he's in his head, is when we see him start to decline.
He's like the
little.
wild thing. Yeah, he
Yes.
starts throwing that thing all over the place. Yeah.
You think he'll wear his bright blue glove? I'd love to see
I
him.
don't know.
I would
He
love
might.
to see him.
I don't know.
Who
That's
do we
another good
think
thing I like, though.
tonight in about 30 minutes? Who do we think that USA will be facing, Venezuela or Italy?
I got to go Venezuela. I got to go Venezuela. Luis Arias is the modern day Ted Williams. Nothing gets past that guy. Nothing gets past. People say, he may not hit for power. He may not hit a ton of bombs. He hits them in the World Baseball Classic, and the guy bats 500. I mean, I trust Venezuela. Their bats are hot, and I really don't want to play Italy again. So I'm going
going
You don't
to
want to face
Italy
Aaron.
on this
You don't
one.
want to face Aaron Nola again?
Look, we're going to see what happens to Aaron Nola in a little bit. We're going to see what happens.
Aaron Nola, if he makes it to the championship, will have a classic Phillies run.
I hope so.
If you say so. Are you guys choosing Italy? You think it?
He didn't pick.
I didn't pick. I don't think it matters. I think USA beats either of those teams.
That's a cop-out. I mean, I'm going to root for USA. But
I don't want to face Italy again. I really don't want to. So I guess I'll pick Venezuela for the hope that we see something different, because it seems like we will hopefully do better, and I hope we don't lose again to Italy.
Revenge tour.
Yeah, but
Revenger.
we'll see. We will see.
we will say. If it comes to Italy, I hope we smack them. If it comes to Venezuela,
I hope we smack them.
A little more worried, but I also hope we smack them. Yeah.
Cue the Eagle screeches.
Speaking
Speaking of the Eagles.
Speaking of Philly, look
you
at that.
go.
There you go. Let's move to
Okay,
the NFL, shall we?
Yeah, I mean, I love Philly, and I loved this guy while he was here. After 13 seasons in the league, that's right, 13 seasons as a corner, Darius Slay has officially retired. In that time, he put together an impressive resume, including 6 Pro Bowls and 1 All-Pro selection. Something that's important to note about those Pro Bowls is that Slay was able to win 3 in a row, 2 different times. The only other corner to be named to 3 Pro Bowls in a row since 2014 is Jalen Ramsey, some elite company. Slay could easily become the next great Eagles corner to be inducted into the NFL Hall of Fame. He did say that the only team he'd consider coming back for is the Philadelphia Eagles.
He did say that.
Should we, need a corner? No, we're fine. We just signed Reek Woolen, bro.
Since when did we call Pro Bowls okay? I guess back then they were actual Pro Bowls, but now the Pro Bowl selections are kind of like useless.
I think that the only ones that I've seen that have been out of whack are QBs and wide receivers. I really don't see. AJ Terrell got snubbed hard a couple years ago, but other than that, you really don't see defensive guys get snubbed as much. I don't think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Staying in the NFC, the San Francisco 49ers have made a huge splash in the NFL offseason so far. Let me tell you, it annoys all of us to say that. The Niners have been spending the big bucks acquiring Brett Toth, Nate Hobbs, Christian Kirk, Mike Evans, and trading for Osa Odigizua, taking him from my Cowboys.
Man. He was a good player. He used to always get sacks on
He was, last 2 seasons, he was top 5 or 5 in pressures out of all D tackles. So must have been a scheme trade, money trade. I don't know. Jerry, what are we doing? How does this happen with the 49ers, honestly? This move in particular is frustrating for the Cowboys, as it seems like last season they promised to shore up that defensive line. But like I've said to you before, in a 4-3 defense, you can't really have 3 D tackles.
Yeah.
They were thinking about shifting Osa to edge, but we got Rashad Gary, so he was basically gone because he's like our pass rusher D tackle.
Right.
And we're so focused on the run game.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, you re-signed Javonte. He'll be good. Yeah.
Oh, what about your guys' Eagles?
Oh, well, we got to play them
These
too.
signings are definitely giving something for all of us to worry about in the NFC.
This is like the LA Dodgers of football now. It's just something out.
Well,
out
yeah,
west.
I don't like how much money they're spending. I don't know how they have that much to spend. But Dre Greenlaw, they also brought back. So I mean, it's kind of
It's just like, why?
kind of frustrating because we'll probably have to play if we win the NFC East. We'll probably have to play them in the playoffs. That's just how those things go.
If any of us make it, we'll probably end up even if the Cowboys find a wild card spot or win the division, we might end up facing the 49ers later down the road too. So you never know.
Never know, man.
But that team is looking very scary.
Yeah.
Stacked.
And
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Are
Not
they
at
going to
all.
stay healthy though? I mean, I got to ask the question. They play in an electromagnetic field, like
They are
electromagnetic
the most
field, right?
injured team in the league.
You make a good point there.
Yeah, are they? Yeah.
But
so who knows? I mean, half those guys could be dead by week 3.
Wow.
Okay, that's not what I meant.
I know.
Like,
Let's be honest though.
dead in the water. Like
Let's be honest,
not
though.
able to move and stuff.
As long as CMC stays healthy on that roster like he did last year, they should have no problems.
Yeah. Yeah. But doesn't he do the thing where he's healthy one year, not healthy the next? Or is that Saquon? I can't remember.
That's most NFL players.
It's one of the.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. That's most of the NFL. let's
Okay,
be
very
honest.
bad. Okay.
Let's
Oh,
move
man.
on. There's been 2 recent quarterback moves in the league as well. Staying in the NFC for a moment, it looks like the Minnesota Vikings have now gone from 9 to 5'9",
Oh, bazinga!
signing from former Cardinal Kyler Murray to a 1-year deal. It seems like they have already lost their faith in J.J. McCarthy after only 1 season as the starter, and rightfully so.
Yeah, definitely.
In the AFC, the Kansas City Chiefs are trading for Justin Fields. He was inevitably backup Patrick Mahomes this year, but at what cost?
Yeah, I mean.
It's hard to think of a way they could successfully use his talents in such a fast-paced offense. Did they make this move in an effort to burn some starts while Mahomes heals?
It's possible, yeah.
Or will Justin Fields finally learn how to play QB behind Mahomes?
Finally learn how to play QB. We're ruthless today.
Oh man, just this shocked me. I'm staring at. I looked at it on Instagram and I was like, that can't be right. But yeah, no. The Chiefs are trading for Justin Fields.
Yeah.
Mahomes is healing, so I guess they were like, this is the Walmart version of Mahomes. He can kind of scramble. He can throw the football on the run. He can make plays when he needs to. But at the end of the day, it's Justin Fields.
He hasn't quite shown his full ability. When he was in college, we saw some ridiculous plays by Justin Fields.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Freak athlete. Run like the wind. Throw the ball 60 yards in the air.
Yeah.
However, he has not really caught a vibe in the NFL. Each team he's been on has been a little bit of turmoil.
He had a little success in Pittsburgh.
Some losses. Yeah,
a little bit.
And they benched him.
They did bench him.
And so it's like,
But he won.
It's kind of just been a little bit off for Justin Fields since he came into the league. The Bears didn't support him. The Jets sure as hell didn't support him.
No,
and then
not at all.
The Steelers, you know, they found fortune with Rodgers. They wanted to rock with Rodgers. They wanted an older leader style quarterback. So, you know, hopefully they do burn some starts with Fields. Hopefully, if they want to nurse Mahomes back to health, they can incorporate Fields into that offense.
They can drop like 3 weeks and then.
If he picks it up, I mean, he has the athleticism. There's no doubt about it.
I think that this Chiefs offense, because of how Mahomes plays, is a good fit for Fields. It's just whether or not Justin Fields can keep up, which is why I think maybe.
Do you think he can't keep up with the offense around him?
I don't think he can keep up with many offenses around him.
Yeah,
To be fair. He's struggled in the league.
He has struggled, yeah.
But I do think that him, like you said, being behind Mahomes will definitely make him a better quarterback. It's just whether or not teams can get that trust back.
Yeah.
Because he has shown many times that he cannot compete. But then there's times where he can, but it's very, very small amounts. Yeah. So it's just whether or not. If
it's in spurts against the bad teams. Yeah. Okay.
So
I wonder. Yeah, go ahead.
I wonder if we were thinking the same thing. I wonder what the beginning of their season looks like next year. Because I wonder if that's why they're signing him, to hopefully string a couple wins against some weaker teams.
Right.
I almost said schools. I'm still in college. But and then Mahomes comes back and then Fields just learns behind him. And then Andy Reid, he's a great coach. So I mean.
Bingo. He could use some of the leadership skills that he learns from Andy Reid and from Mahomes. Yeah. Think about where he's been. Had a rough coaching staff in Chicago, right? New York Jets, not really like a role model there in the QB room, right? Goes to the Steelers. Russell Wilson is at the lowest point in his career. Yeah. He's getting hate all the time. And Tomlin is not known as a QB guy, right? So he comes here with Reid, known as a QB guy, known as a great leader, smart football mind. Mahomes, best of the best. I don't know, man. We're rooting for Justin Fields at the desk. That's what we'll say. We're rooting for him. Even though he's with the Chiefs, I want this guy to do well.
Yeah, and I think Mahomes will, granted, depending on how the first few weeks of that season go with Fields as a starter, will determine how fast they try and recover.
Mahomes gets healthy. Yeah. Fields' trade value goes up. Yeah, maybe he's a starter for a different team.
Yeah, exactly. I think I'm assuming, I don't know how much is left on his contract. I assume he's only got a 1-year deal. So my guess would be they're just going to see how it is and then maybe sign him as a long-term backup. Or he goes and signs for a lower franchise. Maybe he goes back to the Jets. We saw Geno Smith do it. So.
No. I forgot Geno went back to the, oh my gosh. Yeah. Geno's really throwing the towel in, huh? Holy cow. I mean, what would you do if you just came off of season with the Raiders in that offensive line? What would you do if you were running for your life for 18 weeks in a row?
Vegas.
Real quick, before we move on from the NFL, Kyler Murray in Minnesota. What is going to happen, dude?
He's going to take that starting job. J.J. McCarthy sucks. So I'm just going to say it right there.
Plain and simple.
Plain and simple. J.J. is not it.
Do they have success? Because he didn't build a relationship with Marv. Is he going to build one with Jettis?
I think Jettis is going to force him to build one because after watching what he had to go through.
He's going to hold him up in the locker room.
Yeah, right? Pick him up, and he's going to be kicking. Kyler's going to be kicking his feet. But I could see Justin Jefferson like kind of forcing himself into that locker room with Kyler Murray and be like, look, it didn't work with the last guy. I'm going to make sure that it works with you because you are a better quarterback than J.J. McCarthy, and you are going to have to figure it out because otherwise I'm not going to get paid, and
Just throw him into the fire.
He's going to have to see over the line enough to throw that ball down the field because when he's in, when he was in Arizona, he's just throwing it underneath 15 times a game to Trey McBride. So it's like you kind of got to loft it out there to get it to Jettis.
a little bit. Yeah. But Jettis will get there. Do you think that this Kyler move? I don't know how much football you watch, but do you think this Kyler move is going to benefit
It sounds just from the sounds of it. It sounds like no. It sounds like he's not going to be the fit they need.
I think that's a good assessment because that's great. That's a good assessment because when you're able to get a third party opinion of somebody that watches the game but is mainly watching the birds, you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. And you just go based off of what we're saying, and it doesn't sound right. I think that's correct.
My only concern is the fact that he won't be able to see over the O-line.
He's had that issue.
Take it easy on the kid.
He's had that issue his whole career, and that's why, honestly, I think a lot of people would say he should have went to baseball, but
it sounds like he has tunnel vision, and that's it.
I look at the grand scheme
he hears
of things
the play, and he doesn't come up with the second route.
I don't know if Minnesota. He's also never played in the cold. I don't know if Minnesota could be. Wait, no. Are they domed up?
They're inside now.
They're domed up.
Now.
They're domed up. Okay. They're domed up.
As half the NFL will be in 2 years.
Yeah, dude. Everything. I hope the link.
The Commanders are doing a stadium in D.C. with a dome.
Where'd that money come from?
That's a great question. They just sold the team too, which is insane.
Oh my gosh, that's so good.
But we were talking about Geno in Vegas, and we're gonna segue to the NBA.
Yes, let's do so.
Because the NBA will hold a vote at the Board of Governors meeting on March 24th and 25th to explore adding expansion teams exclusively in Vegas and Seattle. Could we see a Seattle Supersonics return?
Dude, man, come on.
If this goes through, it is targeted for the 2028-29 season, and each team will be bidded at about $7 to $10 billion.
All right. It's about a quarter of what the parlay industry made last year. Go ahead.
How can something like this shake up the league, and do we need that in the NBA? Does the NBA need two more teams, or is this another stint to bring back the attention to the NBA, who clearly isn't getting very many views?
Right.
It's the latter. It's 100% a publicity stunt. Would we like more talent displayed? Absolutely. When you have guys like Bam out of nowhere, 83, right? And on my show on the air, I was talking about, well, that's not exactly a black sheep situation. Yeah. Sadiq Bey, 50 ball. Malachi Flynn, 50 ball. You know what I mean? So there are guys that are not on Bam's level. And Bam's not even on, top 10 level, top 15 level, that have talent and can do it. It's super saturated in the G League. A lot of dudes that can play, a lot. So I think they're going to find room for these guys. They're going to find players. The game of basketball is growing more and more overseas. Yep. Maybe we can bring some guys back, like guys that were in the league and got exiled, like Kai Jones, the percolator.
Yep.
Look, man, at the end of the day, I think it is more so for publicity to bring more money and more views to the league. That doesn't necessarily mean that the teams are going to be bad. I think they're going to get flooded with players.
Educate me real quick. Would the NBA do something similar to the NHL, where there's an expansion draft and you're pulling from teams that are already built?
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
I don't think they would, but that would be awesome.
These two new teams would be absolutely stacked.
That is a great idea.
To be fair, I don't know how they're going to handle it. I don't even know if this is going to go through.
Yes, that's true.
The MLB has toyed with the idea of two expansion teams too, and we've gotten nowhere with that idea.
Yeah. So,
I hadn't really expected it with the MLB.
Right.
The NBA, I feel like you kind of expect it, right? The product is getting to a point where it's like they're literally waiting before they outlet the ball to call it back for a foul.
Yeah.
When absolute treason and slop is happening on my television like that, maybe it is time to advance, and make it bigger.
Bring up more talent.
I don't know.
I don't know. I think this will be a good thing in the end. Yeah. I think
expansion teams are always a good idea.
It's always fun.
Especially if you bring back the Supersonics.
Yeah, the Supersonics.
Who were a huge fan favorite.
Seattle's a good sports city.
Exactly. Yeah. Same with Vegas. Vegas now has everything.
Two expansion teams.
Vegas is getting everything.
Two expansion teams, both in hockey, looking at the Kraken and the Golden Knights. Yep. Both had extraordinary seasons and immediately.
Oh, the Kraken went to Seattle.
Immediately had such a huge and well-respected fan base. So I could see it definitely working.
Seattle and Vegas loves their fans. But I did notice a name that you said earlier that we did not put.
What's that?
On this. Bam Adebayo. I know it's been talked a lot already.
Yeah,
and it's kind of old news, but I feel like we have to bring it up, at least for just a quick second before we end. Bam Adebayo dropped 83 points, by the way. That is the second most all time. However, there is one issue with it. He shot 36 free throws. Well, he shot 40-something, but made 36 free throws.
43 free throws and 23 threes.
Yeah.
The NBA is all
That's a
free
lot.
throws.
He was
all
shot
free.
chucking. He was shot chucking all night, and it got to the point, I think, where they started to intentionally foul the other team so Bam Adebayo could pad his stats.
Bro, I know.
So, like, I don't know how. Granted, 83 points is a lot. 83 points is a lot to score, and it's the second most all time. We've only seen an 80 spot with Kobe, but Kobe's just way crazier than Bam's. I just like, at what point do we like? I don't even have words for it because it's a great accomplishment to have. Don't get me wrong.
The flagrant fouls just to get to the line.
But intentionally fouling the other team to stat pad your own points.
That is the league that we watch, brother. That is
it's
the
embarrassing.
product that we're used to. I did a little spiel on the air, and I mentioned the word ethical. Was it an ethical 80 ball?
And
Well,
did you say yes or no?
Speaking of Kobe, don't ask Kobe about ethics. Yeah, seriously. Go ahead, dig on that.
Wow.
Bam Adebayo, not ethical. That's my stance. Donovan Mitchell, 70 ball. Joel Embiid, 70 and 3/4. Luka, 70-point triple-double. All super ethical.
Yeah.
Great shooting percentage. Bam Adebayo, I wasn't impressed. I got into an argument with somebody under a Basketball Reference post. Did you watch the first 3 quarters? He was getting hacked. Yeah. Did you watch the 4th quarter? I mean, like, seriously, dude. People are they're just used to this now. They think it's like normal to shoot that many free throws.
I would have to agree with Owen on this one. It's not basketball.
No.
If I wanted to just...
It's NBA basketball.
No.
That is very true. Yeah. If we wanted to...
You got me all riled up at the end, man. I didn't want to do that.
I had to. We have to talk about this.
I wanted to keep my cool.
Shooting 36 of your 83 points being at the free throw line is absurd.
Ridiculous.
Granted, we see that from SGA every other game. But,
SGA bomb. Oh.
But, I mean, all in all, great accomplishment. It happened. But then the next week, what was the next game? He dropped like 20?
8 and 3.
20, right? Or 21 or whatever? How many points did he score?
I think he had 8 and 3. I think he scored 83, and the next game he had 8 and 3.
That is...
Yeah.
Yeah, that just shows you how granted he could be exhausted, but that just shows you how streaky the NBA has become. And I remember someone on the Wizards announcement.
No, 20. No, that was at halftime. He had 21.
Yeah.
He had 21.
But,
I was going to say, that didn't sound right. I have to fact check myself because I was on Twitter at the time of that game, and it was like Bam has 8 and 3. I was like,
I forgot who the Wizards were
the game
playing.
is still going on.
I forgot who the Wizards were playing a couple of nights after that happened, and they let
He
this
went
one
6
guy.
for 20. He shot. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
No,
he had
you're
21,
good.
but he went 6 for 20 the next game. So
Yeah,
it's like
he's
you got them
shot
all at the
jumping.
line again. Go ahead. Sorry.
But the Wizards guy,
hate the
the announcer, he's still going.
Sorry.
The Wizards guy, he was talking, and I think they were playing the Bucks, and this one guy scored, like someone that's really off the bench. He just didn't guard him at all, and he scored. And the announcer went, "No wonder Bam Adebayo had 83 points. They're not even playing any defense." And I was like, "Wow."
Wow.
It's just accepted. It's okay. Listen, basketball is fun. We're getting ready for March Madness. Hopefully,
troops.
we have a video coming out
Yes.
soon of us making brackets.
Yep.
We have some of it set up. We're just going to try and make sure we can get the logistics going. And
Yep.
So stay tuned on new media because we're going to be posting about March Madness.
Yeah. And stay tuned for that. This will wrap up this episode of Game Time. Danica is back again, by the way. Woo!
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Back and better than ever, guys.
What are you doing on campus, Danica?
What am I not doing on campus?
That's very true.
My radio show, DJ Pedone Alone, has moved to just Wednesdays now.
Just Wednesdays.
to
Hump
fit
day.
in this time slot for, our lovely game time. So you can tune in and listen to me from 5 to 7 for your after work needs. Noah and I also do a little show called
Yes.
Rise and Shine on Monday mornings from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Today's show was definitely off the walls, and
It was something.
they've definitely gotten more and more unhinged as we go through the semester.
Well, do the
And that's
people
okay.
do the people know about Cole? Cole's a funny guy. He's always
We made Cole talk for the last 5 minutes.
he's
today,
always
and
bringing new content.
Yeah.
It was the most entertaining 5 minutes.
Speaking
I think, of the whole
of
show.
Cole,
Yeah?
I do a show with Cole called Around South Philly where we talk all Philly sports. So we definitely get into more of some Bryce Harper and Kyle Schwarber and WBC.
Yes.
You can tune into that on the Newman Media YouTube as well.
If you are interested in soccer, finally started up a little soccer radio show. That's right. Luigi and I are on 98.5 every Monday at 3. If you like the NBA, I don't, but I talk about it every Friday at 3. So I got 2 little shows on the air and obviously a third one for football. You want to tell them about the third one?
Yes, Thursday morning lineup every Thursday from 9:30 to 10:30 on 98.5. Me and Owen talk mostly football. Sometimes we'll sprinkle in some other sports if there isn't enough to talk about. But it's basically your morning sports talk with me and Owen.
Yep. All right.
All right, that'll do it. Have a great week, everybody.
Go USA.
Yeah.